We can't expect that everyone is going to see our light. And we don't keep groveling for people to see our light either. That's how we become victims of the world, of circumstance. Your shadow is here to guard your light. If you're headed on your path of a 10 of Pentacles, Star Child, it was really important that you experience this. Allowing your shadow to protect your light because you understand this is a human experience. And not every human sees their divinity, so they completely operate from the dark. And this lesson gave you an even better understanding of that, thus putting you in your power, Lilith. You did not have a worthy opponent. What's up, Star Child? The band and I are here for your download. They gave me the sense that someone is understanding how to use their shadow to protect their light. So let's channel some wisdom from Lilith. See what's happening in your energy. If this is your first time backstage, welcome. We're grateful to have you here with us. We're going to go to the Witch Hour Oracle to start off with. What's happening with this Lilith energy that I feel? Someone's creating some very fierce boundaries to protect their energetic sovereignty, which also means you're protecting your creative energy. Crossing the veil. Witch of the Woods. Bewitched. Can I have one more, please? Let loose. We get this card every time we pull out this deck. A reminder that even if you're in the midst of a battle, to let loose. You've come so far, Star Child. You're dealing with someone who's under a spell. There's a space that you thought you could retreat in. But it looks like you're about to move on. And so there's a little bit of mourning. You're being asked to stay balanced in this time with the Let Loose card. If you're grieving an end, it's also important that you celebrate the new beginning that you're choosing to walk into, Star Child. So let's talk about this under a spell. Who's under a spell right now? This Bewitched card. Oh, someone put a family under a spell. Tell me more about this. 10 of Swords. Double 10 of Swords. Yeah. And the universe. Wow. That's some serious chaos magic. 2 10 of Swords here. Something happened in this season, though, of this bewitching. They're telling me about this universe card. Is it heighten your senses? Tell me more about this. The Strength card. Strength card representing when to operate in your shadow and when to operate in your life. The 6 of Cups, the Magician, and the 2 of Cups. Love this, Star Child. Love this. There is an awakening of a past life gift here with the 6 of Cups because of the strength and the fortitude that you showed once something became unveiled. This was a big lesson, Star Child. These relationships, this spell that was casted over a family, because there was a lot of chaos in this. Having a double 10 of Swords, but that's a 10-10. It brought you into a new portal. You trusted yourself to see what was not being presented in the 3D world. You trusted your intuition. This was a hard space for you to upgrade your discernment, but you made it happen, which is why you're showing up as the Magician and you're showing up with the 2 of Cups. You're running away with both cups in this card. to manifest what you want. Tell me about the Witch of the Woods here. Four of Wands, Prince of Cups. Okay, Star Child, your spirit guides are here with you to help you create safe space as you make this transition. Why the Prince of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords? You have guides and ancestors right now that are protecting you from a Pied Piper. The Pied Piper is one of the people that is under this spell. They're blind, though. They don't realize that they're under this spell. I apologize if there's background noises. There's set changes going on today. So there's a lot of people hanging around the theater. Your ancestors and your spirit guides are protecting your intuition at this time from this chaos magic so that you can head towards a new beginning. You've been gifted a second wand here with the Two of Wands. You choosing to step out and take this new beginning and not retreat and discerning all of this chaos magic has been a huge upgrade. So we're going to need to talk about the morning of this. This Nine of Wands. You saw all the fiery daggers coming through the mirror. There were some binding spells happening here too. Let's talk about this crossing the veil, the mourning card, because there's nothing to mourn in the end of this season, Star Child. There's a lot of lessons here. Tell me about this mourning card. Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles. Wow, lots of temptation here is what they're showing me. A double Two of Pentacles. Lots of temptation that you retreated from. Temptation of security, balance, resources. It was part of the binding spell. You've seen through all of this, though. Tell me about this Let Loose card. You should be celebrating yourself at this time, Star Child, not mourning. Even if you're going into some change, into a season of transition. Seven of Cups, Four of Swords, again, because this is a double confirmation of all the illusion that you saw through. You took time to pause to see through the illusion. This is a victory. This is not something to mourn. Tell me more about this Let Loose card. Because we're the Star Tribe, so we always get this Let Loose card. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Death card. Ending this cycle, Star Child, to head towards your Ten of Pentacles. This is the Lilith energy that I'm feeling. This Nine of Pentacles. The strong black vine. You're not submitting because you know what's ahead of you. You know what you're capable of. And you're prioritizing that. And not bowing down to any type of binding spell for a false promise of security. You're dealing with someone who has extreme control issues, Star Child, and they're full of fear. They want you to be in fear, but really they're shaking inside. Not because of you, because of everything. That's how they function in the world. And it's been being projected onto you. But you see a Ten of Cups ahead of you. Double confirmation of crossing the veil with the Death card. Slamming a door shut, Star Child, so you can let loose in your energetic sovereignty and head towards a new beginning. They're saying there's another message in this. They want me to throw the Hecate deck on this. Wow. Binding spells. Ill words spoken against your finances. Chaos magic. You saw through all of it, Star Child. That's your shadow protecting your light. Sometimes we need our shadow to protect our light. Because if we're just walking around all light all the time and not honoring the balance of energy, we will not have energetic sovereignty, Star Child. We will continue to be victims of the world. And if you're utilizing your shadow to protect your light, it means that you're a creator. You understand the balance of things, the ebb and flow, and you want to protect your creation. Let's see what the Hecate deck has to say. Dichotomy, there we go, double confirmation, abundance, utilizing your dark and your light. See, in order to protect your divinity, you have to know how to navigate as a human. And that requires the shadow side. That requires that integration. It also makes life much more pleasant, where we're not going around the same karmic loops over and over again. Confirmation from Sky Witch. I like this. You're embracing your Lilith energy. You're understanding that the shadow is needed in order to stay in energetic sovereignty, to head towards a 10 of Pentacles. If you own your energetic sovereignty and stay in that dichotomy of balance, you will find those who are also balanced in that Star Child, that are not just completely operating out of fear, which then makes them operate out of an unintegrated shadow. Double confirmation of abundance here. The all-giver. There's lots of Empress energy on here. A 9 of Pentacles, a 10 of Pentacles, and the all-giver of abundance. Double confirmation of headed towards that 10 of Pentacles and protecting it. Now, when we talk about operating out of the shadow, this is not vindictive. This is not lying, stealing, cheating to get ahead. But this is understanding and discerning when others are operating out of fear, when others are operating out of lack, when others feel the need to get one over on you, and how to respond, because your discernment has become so strong. Using your shadow to protect your light is using your sword energy, Star Child. Using your mind, using your logic to be steps ahead. Once you get the download, the vision. Give me a few more from the Hecate deck, please. Strength, guidance. Another confirmation of your higher self, your divinity, your guides, the universe, helping you walk through this transition step by step and reminding you of the lessons that you learned from peeping these spells, from being able to smell the fear. The Lioness with the Strength card, double confirmation of strength. Oh, look at that. Purity at the bottom of the deck. 11, the portal. Let's talk to this dichotomy card. This dichotomy makes you the Magician, Star Child. 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is the Magician having the bigger vision of past, present, and future. Seeing past all of these all of these swords. These false defenses of chaos magic. You're a different type of magician, Star Child. 3 of Wands in this deck also represents aging in reverse. We got this under control, Sky Witch. I know you don't like this energy that keeps coming in. Sorry about that, Star Child. I had to pause the camera. You know, Sky can smell people's secrets. So She had to give me some downloads. All right. I want to talk about your magician energy, though, and this 10 of Pentacles that you're heading towards, because you can transmute all of this with what you're working out in the shadow and bringing your shadow out to balance this. And it's very important to remember, Star Child, that there is nothing to mourn here. There's everything to gain, actually. There are some really important lessons in you seeing through this chaos and you seeing through this emotional manipulation. You did not have a worthy opponent. Tell me about your magician energy. Double confirmation of the 2 of Wands. You're double fisting your magic, Star Child. And with the Judgment and the King of Pentacles. Yeah. See, Star Child, these lessons, all of these lessons are bringing you into this King of Pentacles status. Grounded. A grounded person knows how to protect their energetic sovereignty. And this situation made you feel very ungrounded. These people made you feel very ungrounded, trying to knock you off your square with all of this manipulation. But in return, those lessons brought you into this King of Pentacles standing and very self-aware with the Judgment card. I also feel strong ancestral energy on this Judgment card, so we're going to define that a little more. And you're cooking something up here as you're double fisting your wands. Tell me about this Judgment card. The Empress, the King of Wands, the 8 of Wands. Your ancestors want to give you a download with this 8 of Wands about a King of Wands coming up against the Empress. Again, lots of Empress energy here. The Lovers. There's going to be a choice to make about a King of Wands. King of Swords, 6 of Cups. This is your shadow. This King of Swords, this 6 of Cups, and the King of Swords are both representative of a past energy. This King of Wands is part of who is under this spell, is what they're telling me, Star Child. And you have like a soulmate connection to this King of Wands. But your ancestors are telling you that they're all tied up. They're in the bind where you're not. They're under the spell. So you're going to have to use your sword energy. This is some mental gymnastics here, Empress. And this Empress card is the moon and the sun. This is the light and the dark. And so sometimes your shadow is going to come out to protect you. Your shadow will help keep you in the mental gymnastics, the strategy. Nothing to be afraid of. And also nothing that quote unquote dims your light. Because as we saw it with the dichotomy card, you're balanced. And you need to know that truth about yourself, Star Child. We can't expect that everyone is going to see our light. And we don't keep groveling for people to see our light either. That's how we become victims of the world, of circumstance. Your shadow is here to guard your light. What more do the ancestors want you to know with this Judgment card? A choice about stability, the High Priest. Star Child, they're asking that you go inward with your High Priest energy. Make a choice about your stability. Really take an inventory of what you learned in this season from these energies, from this family that's under this spell, in order to not repeat the karmic lesson again. And there's something around your stability that will enable you to not repeat this karmic lesson again. Tell me more about this High Priest energy, please. Ooh, Six of Wands, a victory. Your discernment is bringing in the wind, Star Child. It's bringing in the wind for you, okay? No mourning. What's behind the moon here? What do your ancestors want you to know that's behind the moon? A new beginning. And the Nine of Swords. The Hanged Man. The Princess of Wands. Star Child, what your ancestors want you to know is this is not the time to use your swords, to use your mental energy to be in anxiety or fear or have sleepless nights, okay? They want you to go into a higher perspective that this is a new beginning, that there's nothing to mourn here, that you learned a ton in this. And the Princess of of Wands is coming out, reminding us of that let loose card. Tell me more about this. Get creative, Star Child. Yep, the Prince of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. They want you to get creative and research this new stability. Get creative because there's something that you're not seeing that's going to help you into this new transition, into this victory, away from this manipulation. Lilith and Hecate. Energy will help you with this. Help you know when to bring out your shadow, Star Child. Woo! There's a lot of power in this reading. Confirmation from which. Let's get some symbols on this. Call to action of ways you can support this channel is please go over and join us on Substack, where we dive deeper into these readings. It's a place to go for additional content. You can also book a reading with me. Information is in the description box below. Growth. Yeah, Star Child. That's why there's nothing to mourn here. If you're headed on your path of a Ten of Pentacles, Star Child, it was really important that you experience this. This karmic lesson needed to be checked off the list, so to speak. Because you will come up against more of these energies when you're in your Ten of Pentacles. But you're not going to go around the same mountain with them again. If you focus on the growth from this season, tell me more. Trust. Continue to trust your discernment. Trust your intuition, even in the void, even in the dark. One more symbol, please. Power. Yeah. Yeah. This puts you in your power, Star Child. Allowing your shadow to protect your light because you understand this is a human experience. And not every human sees their divinity. So they completely operate from the dark. And this lesson gave you an even better understanding of that, thus putting you in your power, Lilith. All right, your synchronicities on the symbols are 15, 46, and 16. Thank you so much, Star Child, for all the ways that you support this channel. You are so magical. I love coming here and hanging out with you, and I'll see you for your next energy check-in.